If you'd like to sponsor Still Got Game, give us a call at 773-527-2961 or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. Hey now, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Still Got Game, episode 404. Still Got Game is the official podcast of tooltoplay.com. I am, as always, Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
And I am Roger Hitman Roken.
I'm James Yont Dog Yont.
And we have no Electrify this week and no Selden 007 this week. So it's a three-man show.
And we're on time or earlier than normal.
Yeah. Well, funny how that worked out.
Yeah, it's funny how that happens when Selden's not around. I don't know. Coincidence?
Yes. I think not.
Maybe.
I don't know. You can't blame it all on Selden. There's been a few weeks that Derek's been
Yeah.
Selden's much more consistent with his problems, though. Yes, there's a problem with Selden's camera each and every week, but
so yours as well.
I used to back in the
2 weeks
days.
ago.
Back in the 300s. Back in the 300s. Now we're in the 400s. Now everything's all better.
Everything's flawless in the 400s. But with our three-man show tonight, the show should be pretty tight, cut to the point. A little stuffy, so I'm going to try not to sound weird on stream, and we'll just get right in the show proper. And I remind you, if you're in chat right now, you want something for us to discuss, just drop it in chat, and we'll flip in the show real time. So why don't we hop in the mailbag for feedback and questions from last week's show? And remember, if you want to leave us a voicemail, it will cut you off after a minute. Hector the Cold comments. My favorite part of the last episode was when D Smooth was saying that you guys were all mean to Robotron Defender in the previous episode, and the rest of you were all like, what the fuck? And distanced yourself from the incident and D Smooth. I was laughing so hard. I didn't go back and listen to the 2 episodes ago, but I feel like we were all kind of piling on him, but
We were no. You were piling on him, and we were distancing ourselves from you.
Okay, so pretty much what this guy said.
Yes.
I hate to tell you, that's usually every show we distance ourselves from.
Yes. If we had a PR department, they would
have to keep
trouble.
me in check.
Yeah.
I tend to sometimes jump off the deep end without looking, make sure there's water in the pool. So, I don't know. I'm glad it was funny. It's not. I heard that from 2 other people. So that leads me to believe that this is a pretty consistent thought of how that episode went. But I insist you all go back to episode 402 and give it another listen and see if I was not the only one saying anything. But
I would like to hear the comments next week that are not opposed by Derek. So bring them on. If we really did.
Nope. Yes, I would like to hear what anyone else said. All right. Bacon is yummy comments. Asking when Electrify was returning wasn't meant as a dig on you 4. I still enjoy the hell out of your show.
I didn't think it was a dig.
Yeah, I didn't feel like we treated it like a dig.
Yeah, I don't think so, no.
If anyone would have, it would have been me, but I don't think I did. Like, I think this is one time I wasn't a dick.
Yeah, I think we're pretty, what's the word? We're pretty open in the fact that the show's better with Tiff.
Yeah.
we suck.
We know it for many different reasons.
Tiff makes the show better.
Okay, we're not sugarcoating anything.
Yeah,
here,
we
okay?
know
We
this.
understand that like having another different viewpoint on things and the female voice is a good thing for the show, and we don't deny that. And I didn't take it as a dig either. So,
Yeah.
But if we led you to believe that bacon is yummy, here's a rare D Smooth apology. Sorry.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Mark it down.
Yeah, those can be counted on one hand in the history of the show. So, all right. GAH2189 comments. Do you no longer allow texting to your show number? I've texted comments the past several episodes, but never hear my comments. Way to reuse the word comments. On my phone, it looks like the texts go through. This used to work, and I thought it still did. So then I actually tested it once this comment came in, and you can no longer text the hotline. So if you want to give us a message on there, you actually have to call 773-527-2961. But it does not. It's something that our VoIP provider changed, and you can no longer text to that number. So you are correct. We were not just ignoring all of your comments for however many you left us, but if you want us to say something, leave us an actual voicemail or just hit us up any of the other ways. Podcast@tooltoplay.com, DM me or Tool to Play on Twitter, mention us in a comment on Twitter, any of the usual methods.
Live show would be awesome.
Yep. Did you say email? Was email an option?
Yeah. Podcast@tooltoplay.com.
Yeah, like if you're already texting, it's pretty much the same, especially like a Twitter message or an email. Yeah.
It's texting the number was almost harder.
Texting is like kind of outdated now, right?
Yeah, and you can also tweet at any of us. We'll include that too. I mean, I'm not on Twitter that often, but I'll get the message and I'll get it to the guys. So
yeah, we have our outline is fully editable by the whole team. So if you hit any of us up, we can all append the outline with your comments. But yeah, sorry, I didn't know that Ring Central changed that, but they no longer do texting through those numbers. So, all right. Last but not least, Altius asks, what are your thoughts on the slew of new VR headsets from just about everyone? Are they game-changing enough, or just a mid-generation release to tide people over?
I haven't heard of any new VR headsets personally. I don't know about you guys.
Well, Selden just ordered one, right? Which one did
but that was an old one though. Like they announced that a while back.
Yeah, so there's the
Oculus
one, the Valve one, and there's the two Oculus ones, and then we already have the mid-generation PlayStation one that's basically the same thing. I don't think any of these make giant leaps and bounds jumps at this point.
Still based off of games.
I don't believe in them yet, so I haven't even
it's still based off of games, right? Like it's not the tech, it's the games. Like you need something to play. Something worthwhile. I have actually been wanting to try that Beat Saber game. That one looks pretty cool.
Oh, Beat Saber was so fun.
Yeah, that game looks fun.
I had so many friends that had played it, and it was never kind of my thing. And then this year at PAX East, I had extra time during the media hour, and I was like, there's nobody over there. I'll go try that. And it was super fun. I could see, like, if you played for a while, it's actually probably pretty good exercise, too. And I enjoyed the shit out of it, and then I tweeted about it afterwards, and I heard from several people that was the number one reason why they bought a VR headset was to play that one game. Like kind of like back when people were buying Kinects to play Dance Central for exercise. Same sort of thing. But
you could play Borderlands on it too, which is cool, but like I just don't see it. It's a gimmick like 3D still. Like 3D is dead. VR might be around for a while, but it's not gonna go anywhere. People don't want these big, humongous things on their faces. All those keep saying it. They don't want them on their faces. It's a cool technology. It's great to be immersed, but they just don't. I don't think people really want them. They don't want to spend the money on it.
If you give me Sea of Thieves with VR support, or Destiny 2, or Division 2, like whatever game I like with VR support, I will put that thing on my face. Like that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for.
Thieves would be awesome.
I'm waiting for the big games to fucking come out and like support this stuff. And I don't know, maybe in 10 years they will, but right now they don't. So like I'm not really interested in these like little shitty games. Beat Saber and there was another Hot Shot.
I know it.
Super Hot.
Super Hot.
Yeah, those are the only two VR games I know that are like they're killer apps, like definitely, but like nothing that is gonna sustain you for like long periods of time, like like a Destiny would, or like a Sea of Thieves, or stuff like that.
Yeah, you need a AAA title.
Yeah.
That takes the first person shooter aspect and really brings it into VR. And it doesn't have to be standing VR. It can be sitting VR where you're just it's your head movements, like that's how you're
not like the Switch with Zelda. I don't want that.
No.
I think also a lot of people probably get sick from the VR. They can't do it for a long periods of time. So I don't think I just don't think it's a viable solution still. I think it's a cool technology. It's not where it's going, you know. Yeah. There might be some cool games. Like I said, I agree with you guys completely about having the first party titles need to come out with it. If they don't, then nobody cares. I mean, a few people might buy them, but it's not going to sell anything for like ridiculous until that happens. So,
believe me, I love VR. I love the feeling that you get from it, but it's still a onesie twosie kind of thing at this point, and we need one of these platforms to be like, all right, if you're making a game for X, all you have to do is flip this one switch when you compile it for VR and define what your look control is, and now that's also associated to the headset if you have the headset on, and that's all you really need. Like, it's literally the look stick moving with your head. Like, that would be perfect. I don't know. Hopefully it comes sooner than later.
Do we know if there are any AAA games that are currently have announced a VR feature? I feel like there's at least one or two. For some reason, I'm thinking No Man's Sky. Did they announce something with VR with their game? Because that would be really cool. Like that might be like something that I might actually think about getting a VR headset for.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't remember that. I know there was talk last year and no confirmation about Cyberpunk supporting it, which that seems
would be a VR seller for me.
Yeah,
like, for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. Especially in that fucking that world and universe.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Talk about immersion. Yes.
Yeah.
People now you're talking Ready Player One time. Come on.
There's a Batman VR, Arkham VR.
Nah.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the list.
Those are old games, right?
Yeah, Resident Evil 7.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I heard that one was good for PlayStation, right?
Borderlands 2 they brought out as a VR version too, which was okay. I saw people playing it, but it was okay.
Nothing in the past. I want something new. Move forward.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I'm trying to scan. I don't really see anything that's like really new.
Halo Infinite. Imagine.
Yes.
Halo Infinite.
That might be crazy.
Yeah, see, that's what we need is like a day and date. Treat VR like another platform where we're like, all right, out this week for the Xbox One, the PS4, the PC, and VR is fucking Halo Infinite, and then treat it like an equal.
Yeah, none of this like we're launching and then 2 months later we release a beta.
Of some small part of the game.
Fucking like Red Dead.
Yeah.
2 months later. Like, fuck, no. Give it to me now.
Yeah. I don't know. It's still exciting tech. I still love the shit out of it. Like I tell you, I played that one weird first-person shooter at PAX East this year, and it's the very first... I've never felt sick from VR, but it's the first time where I actually almost tipped over doing VR, because first-person shooters are an entirely different beast if you're trying to stand and play them in VR. Like, it's definitely more of a sitting thing.
You haven't played Apex, right? You don't play Apex.
No.
Yeah, you do though, right?
Yes.
Okay, tell me if this has ever happened to you, because it happened to me, Duty, and LB or something one night. We landed on that plane, that little jet thing that floats around. Whatever that thing's called. We landed on the thing. We got like crazy sick. Like from being on there, like because the ship's moving, right? So you're like running around, like all of us at the same time we're complaining. All three of us are complaining. We're like, "Whoa, we don't feel so well. Let's get off of this thing."
Yeah, nice. Well, because it's a weird thing, because like you're moving and when you hit it, it's moving too,
right?
And it's a little bit of a vibration glitch to the. I've actually noticed that too. I don't actually ever land there, because it's like every time you land there, it's like 30 other people there.
It's suicide.
If you just want to do a quick hot drop, yeah, it's fun. But like most of the time, I don't land there. So.
Right.
Nice. All right. Well, I think that wraps up our answer to Altia. So if you have any questions, give us a call, 773-527-2961, or email us at podcast@tooltoplay.com. And on that, why don't we hop on over into what we're playing? Hit, what have you been playing this week?
One game only.
Sea of Thieves?
Sea of Thieves.
How did I know?
The Shores of Gold.
I've been trying to get in with you, too. But every time you're on, you have a full party.
I'm always joining a full crew. Like you can't go into the arena without 4. Like it's fucking torture, right? And then doing the tails, like just so many people playing. Everyone wants to fucking do the tall tails and shit. But yeah, that's basically all I've been playing knee deep in the new Sea of Thieves update. And yeah, what about you, Yant?
Yeah, I played a little Sea of Thieves. I actually like the fishing for the aspect of it's like collecting. So it's kind of cool. Trying to figure out where the fish are, and without actually cheating, going online and like, where did everybody else find the fish? Like actually going around, and I've caught some cool fish. Still play some Call of Duty every once in a while. Played some Apex. Been playing a lot more Apex again. Just kind of jumping in there. That's about it right now.
Nice.
And you, Derek?
Well, played a little more Mortal Kombat. It's mindless. I've been trying to round up my... I'm trying to bring good buddy Mike Scott, Mr. GBMS, back for Sea of Thieves. I keep trying to convince him that it's an entirely new game now, and it's worth him giving another shot. But
if you start playing it, he'll play it.
Does he have Game Pass?
Oh yeah.
Or does he re up?
No, he's got the game.
No,
he's got
so
Game
then
Pass.
What's it to him? Like...
I know he was so disappointed with how Sea of Thieves came out. He felt like it was repetitive.
Just put him in one match of arena, and he'll turn his fucking whole vision around.
I know. So that
in arena yet.
That's
no?
my.
Oh, you've seen it though.
I want to go in there by myself because I've
seen it though, right?
For yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun, but totally, I don't want to go there by myself because it's just going to be like talking to 3 other people. Like, oh, we're just going to get our butts handed to us. Like, it's not going to happen.
I went on a ship and they fucking put me in the brig and they all went fishing while everyone else was sitting around trying to actually fight. And I was just like, this is why I'm never going into a random game again.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's so dumb. People really like fishing though.
Apparently so. Like I'm looking forward to getting back in the game. I've tried to convince Tiff, but she had all kinds of stuff for work coming up on her conference this week. But when she gets back, that's my goal is to get a squad into Sea of Thieves and start cranking that out a few nights a week. Because
I'm down. It's just this week might not be so good, but yeah, let me know if you guys ever want it. Just let me know. Plan something out ahead of time.
3 nights.
Awesome. And then other than that, I've been playing a little Pokemon Go, obviously, and just killing time with that. I see you're kind of back into Pokemon Go at this point. Ish.
Nah. Because it's warmer out, I can pull my phone out again, like when I'm walking my dog. And
need to delete it.
Make
it go away.
It has no reason to delete it. He actually lives in a place where you can have fun with it.
I know.
Like,
half of the apps on my phone aren't even compatible with iOS.
Oh, I know. I have that too. Sometimes I see the little mark next to him, like,
oh man, I don't want to delete you. Yeah, the memories, man, the memories.
But did you catch the new?
So I should have put that in what am I playing? Yeah, I did a couple raids. Like I said, I got invited to EX raid, so I went and did that. Short story on that, I totally forgot because it's fucking Pokemon Go and I forgot. And I realized like 10 minutes into the raid, I'm like, oh shit. Like, let me run across the street real quick. And I went there and there was nobody there, of course. It was already done. Like, everybody left. So I'm like, fuck, man. And so it was my lunch and I'm like, I hung out in the area, but I still stayed in the lobby.
Just in case you saw
just
someone
in case.
Sign in,
5 minutes before the raid ended, like 9 people joined, so there was 10 of us, and I'm pretty sure it was spoofers, but I don't give a fuck because we fucking got in and we fucking killed it, and and I ended up taking the attack form. Is that what you said? Yeah. So I have the attack form of Deoxys, whatever her name is.
Nice.
And and then I've been doing. I got the new raid boss that just launched. I did that.
Legendary. Yeah, I just caught that today. Yeah.
And yeah, every time that I open the app, I'm just like on ones I don't have, so I've been catching them and
nice.
Nothing. I have like literally like maybe 20 minutes total. Like I haven't spent that much time in it. Yeah.
Although we should coordinate with my my baby phone because we're about to become ultra friends. And
I actually did check that, and we're 5 days. 5 days.
We were 1 day.
No, I checked. It's 5. It's 5.
Okay, yeah. So we'll want to pop some lucky eggs for that and get your XP boost.
Is it how much XP is it? Since we're gonna be The top. Is it any more?
Best friend. Oh, so you're going to be best friends with Real D Smooth. So I don't care about. He's already max level. So if you double it, it goes from 100,000 to 200,000.
Okay.
And then on my fake account, my second account, where we're going to become ultra friends, instead of 50,000, you can double up to 100,000. Which
are we one day apart on the fake D Smooth?
I think so. Yeah, we can do that after the show if you want.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Nobody cares about Pokemon Go. We're so sorry.
Yes.
No, I apologize to chat already.
We'll move on. Normally we'd have new releases, but there's none this week, so that's why we spent a little extra time on Pokemon Go. So on that, why don't we hop on over and do some news stories?
Wait, there's no new releases?
No, this is a lame. It's the pre-E3 time. So for the next 4 weeks, we're like nobody puts out major titles unless they were announced forever ago and they're huge AAA titles right before E3. That's not your thing.
You think anything's going to be announced at E3? I think it's going to be a slow news story day.
Yeah, it's like without Sony being there. Although Sony could release news during E3 while not having a presence at E3.
Yeah, they could. Didn't someone major just drop out?
Released this week, but what is it? The new PlayStation game just got released a week ago. Days Gone.
Days Gone. Yeah, that was last week. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, we could still.
Yeah. I played it at PAX East. It was awesome. But
I heard that game is not good.
There's a bunch of problems with it, yeah.
But they're also making like a whole bunch of changes to it, which seems to be the new thing now. Release something, if people don't like it, just
fix it later.
Yeah.
We got a couple things coming out in the next couple weeks, but yeah, there's nothing really this week really coming out.
Yeah, this is a slow time of year for new releases, just like before Christmas, and definitely a slow news time because a lot of people are saving their big announcements for E3. But we do have some news stories.
Here's about the first one. Make it go away.
Why don't you pick a news story and jump on it?
Let's see here. Let's talk about the Star Wars one. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order gameplay revealed, scheduled for EA Play 2019.
Yeah.
I didn't read the article yet, but I'm excited for it.
I'm super excited for this game.
I'm excited for it. I think that they could be going in a good direction with this. I like the way the trailers and stuff I've seen for it are. I mean, it looks like a good genre of what they're doing with the Star Wars universe right now.
Yep. So
I think it's going to be. It kind of reminds me of the Old Republic and those type of games. So I think it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's been especially with all the Star Wars games that have been started and canceled. It's going to be nice to see a fully realized AAA Star Wars game. I'm pumped for it too.
Yeah, and like Respawn stock right now is pretty high. So yeah, I have a lot of faith in these guys right now.
I just hope. I know it's showing a trailer. I just hope for this game that it's really open world. Because that's what I really dig anymore is the big open world type games, you know. As we can see here in the video, I know people that are on the podcast can't see it, but we're showing the video on live, and it's just theatricals right now. But it gives you a good idea of what the game's going to play like to some extent, and what the kind of the storyline is going to be, which is great. And I'm sure we'll see more at E3 for sure about this game.
No doubt. Yeah. This is going to be. This is definitely one of the top 4 or 5 most anticipated titles of this year. And granted, some of these are probably getting pushed to 2020. Like I'd say in that same top list, probably the number one game is Cyberpunk, but that is rumored to be 2020 at this point.
Sure, probably be 2020. And this game looks like it. They showed a little wall running there. It kind of reminds me like
Titanfall.
Well, no, more like what is it? Lara Croft games.
The Tomb Raider games.
Yeah, with the wall, just the animation and stuff of how it worked. I mean, it looked like it's kind of
like the wall running from Titanfall.
Okay, the wall running from Titanfall.
Titanfall did wall running the best. Okay,
like they did. Yeah.
Yeah, it was made by Respawn. Coincidence?
Yeah. Oh shit! Yeah, no, I'm pumped for this game. I don't
look who's in chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Yeah. All right. Hit. You want to grab a story? You want me to grab one?
Yes. That game looks really cool. I'm excited for that game.
Me too.
Well, let's go with this one. Epic Games acquires Rocket League developer. I can't say these guys' names.
Psyonix. Yep.
Psyonix. Okay. So yeah, Epic Games bought these guys. I'm kind of disappointed by this, to tell you the truth.
You and half the internet that review bombed fucking Rocket League after this happened.
Yeah, the team at Rocket League developer Psyonix announced today that they have been acquired by Epic Games, though the terms of the deal were not disclosed. The deal is expected to close later this month or early next, and when it does, Epic will have one of the most popular, enduring multiplayer games in recent history firmly in its stables. This is just a push for their store, right? Like,
yeah, to get it into the Epic store, because otherwise this doesn't make any sense. It's already a game that's, granted, there's still a shitload of people playing Rocket League, but you don't see a lot of new people going to Rocket League. It's the people that have been playing, or the pros, or it just seemed like a weird acquisition to me when it was announced. Like it came out of left field for me. I don't think anybody saw this coming.
I don't think anyone saw this coming.
I really think you guys are right. I think they're literally trying to push for their store. Like that's what all this is they're just trying to get more and more people. Like I know people are hating it, but I mean it's not that big a deal. It's no, it's just a good thing for them.
Like, but like, what are the ramifications from it though? Like, do they remove Rocket League from like Steam?
That's what people are concerned about,
or like any of the other stores. Like I don't know. How does that work? Like when Microsoft bought Minecraft, they like fully embraced its.
Yeah, they doubled down. They were like, it's going out everywhere.
Yeah, everyone's gonna have it. But will Epic be like that? Like, especially if they bought them specifically for the rights to the game, like for their store. Like, I don't know. I'm curious to see where this goes. I'm kind of bummed out. Like, man, why do they have to buy them?
Even though he's not here, he's still in chat. He said the key to the movement for the cross-platform play. So he thinks this is the key to that. I don't know. I think it's really the key to their store. They're trying to really ramp it up.
Get some things in there. And I know a lot of people's fears were like, well, what if I already bought all this extra content? Now it's going to be on their store. Well, we've seen that Epic has the fucking accounts like you have for Fortnite. And, you can log in your Fortnite account from any of these platforms. So I don't think that's going to be a huge hassle, but it definitely gives them, not just for this game, but for all their games, it lets them change that revenue share so that they're not paying someone else every time they sell their content. Like, that's the ultimate fuck you, is like, oh, that's why people hate iOS. They're like, oh, if I have an app on there and I want to sell DLC for it, I have to sell it through the App Store, and then they take a percentage of that too. So I don't know. It's
disappointing that they bought them, but whatever. It is what it is. I mean, Microsoft's doing some similar kind of moves. Who knows? Microsoft could go like, I have our own platform that we're putting on. I mean, they already are, but they could have their own store here soon too, as well. Similar to.
The funny thing is, it doesn't even fucking matter. Remember back when we used to just buy PC games wherever? And they weren't all in one giant launcher. They were just like, we had stuff in our start menu. We could just start whatever game we wanted. We didn't care if it was in the Steam launcher or the Ubi launcher or this. Like it really doesn't matter. I hate it
new to PC. Like I hate that there's like I have on my desktop. I have all these launchers. I'm like, just give me one place to download the games I want. Like this is ridiculous. Like.
Add shortcut to desktop. Boom, done.
Well, I did, but still, like that means I have like 15 shortcuts now.
Oh.
And 15 shortcuts now, and like I don't want all those on my desktop. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's insane. Yeah, that's the thing that started pissing me off once I was doing all the PC gaming was that even like things that weren't apps or launchers for a while, like all of a sudden the Twitch app became a launcher, and then Discord became a launcher, and everything had to be like, and they're all redundant because you can always import all the games on your PC into any of them. So I don't know, it's dumb as fuck. I think that's what
they Epic a while back they got rights to Division. So you could buy the game from the store.
Oh yeah, yep.
And I don't know, man. That rubbed me the wrong way, and I went out of my way to make sure I didn't buy it through them.
Oh my god!
I went and bought it through the Uplay, like through the Uplay app. Like it's a fucking Ubi game. Like why would I? Like it just seemed like a stupid idea. Like to start Division, I would have to open up the Epic launcher. And, like what? Like it's so dumb. Like it piggybacks until it finally opens the exe file. Like it's just so dumb. I'm just gonna buy it from the Uplay. Like it's so dumb.
So I add shortcut to desktop. Start from the desktop shortcut. It doesn't matter what launcher you have. I
just right click on the app and then play. Like
yeah. That's another way to do it too.
Yeah, it's all in my systems tray. Like I don't even have to see the desktop. It's bottom right corner.
Yep. All right. Next story. Since no one else is going to cover it, I'm going to cover this one. Pokemon Go players are getting 10 days of Detective Pikachu events. And it starts tomorrow, goes for 10 days. It's a cool tie, and I'm excited. Well, let's even forget. People know that the thing now. They know this is coming. But I'm excited for the Detective Pikachu movie. I love Ryan Reynolds.
We're so sorry.
Yeah, I know.
Pride of Canada, right?
Blue says snore in chat. He also says, "What's the rectangle with the dot and the number for?"
That's how long you've been watching
that's
the
your
channel.
level. That's your tool to play channel level. Yeah.
Yep.
You chat more, Blue. You get more points.
No, you just get it for hanging out in the channel.
Oh, you get more points. You get 40 points for chatting. You get 100 points for being there for 5 minutes, and you get 500 points for follow. But most have already followed, so you don't get follow.
That's true. No.
Jesus, we've sidetracked big time.
Yes. All right. back to this thing. So forget the Pokemon Go event. You know it's coming. But is anyone excited for Detective Pikachu?
I actually am. The movie looks really good, actually. And I'm not even a Pokemon fan. It looks like a really, really good movie. I'm gonna check this out.
It's just awesome.
This movie is targeted at like our generation's Pokemon fans, right?
Have you seen the commercial where he talks about how he? It's like the trailer where he talks about like how he gets into the role, and he's like, I completely ignore my family, and I totally get into the role. Pika Pika, like it's funny. You guys should look it up. It's pretty fun.
Nice. I like Ryan.
He just does his normal Ryan Reynolds funny stuff, which is cool.
Yeah, that's all you want. It's like a not Deadpool. Yep.
Right.
Yep. All right. Someone want to grab another story? All right. If no one's grabbing one, I'll grab one.
Hold on. I'm still looking. Jesus.
Oh, okay. Jeez. Dead air.
Yeah. Okay. Let's do the Apex Legends one. So, I didn't actually know I didn't know what this number was. I didn't know that's what the number was. But Apex Legends bans 770,000 cheaters.
Yeah.
It's blocked 300,000 account creations and 4,000 cheat seller accounts as well. Yeah, the last month of Apex, at least on PC, has been horrible.
It's not bad on console, but
they are cheating like fucking crazy, and oh man, it's so frustrating. And it's not even some of it is obvious, like speed hacks and stuff like that, but some of them are more like you get killed and you're like, wait a second, how the fuck did that guy know I was there? Or
aimbot stuff.
Yeah, he just two-shot at me with a shotgun from a kilometer away. Sorry, that's a Canadian mile. Yeah. Anyway,
we'll do the conversion. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad to see that they've done that, but honestly, I don't think it's gonna matter. Because the game is free, they can just keep making fucking fake accounts and keep cheating. I just don't. I think they got to change their tech more than they got to.
Well, I think that's part of this. Is the things I didn't mistype that. Apex Legends bans 770,000 cheats, not cheaters. As you saw in the story, they only banned.
No, it says 770,000 players.
Yep.
300,000
account creation.
Right.
And 4,000 individual different cheats. That's crazy.
Yeah,
so
that is
it
really
sounds like
crazy.
They might actually be fixing the
tech
itself to where like it doesn't matter if people come in. They're fixing the fact where like you can't do those cheats anymore, which is a better option than banning people. To some extent. I mean, there are people always going to find ways around loopholes.
No, what they need to do is fucking hardware ban. Like, I don't know why people don't hardware ban. Like, it's the most strictest fucking punishment you can get. Like,
you have the game come up with some sort of CRC based on the hardware of the PC. They're always going to be unique.
Make it the GPU or something. Like some guy spends thousands of dollars on a 2080. He's not gonna risk his fucking new GPU to be banned from Apex or whatever game, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's what I want to see. There must be a reason why they don't do stuff like that, but that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't
fully out of there.
I guarantee the terms and conditions. There's probably something in there like that. I mean, talks about how we can. Gives them a loophole to do that, but there might be some legal ramifications too. Who knows? Like it's one of those like slippery slopes.
The thing that I was starting to, like a negative for that idea would be like let's say I bought a 2080 Ti and I got it banned for cheating, and then I just sold that to like Joe Schmo on eBay.
Oh yeah, see that becomes
just get a new one and do it again.
That's why you can't just use the GPU. It has to be a CRC of a whole bunch of like your PC loadout, and then to turn that into some unique identifier based on
every single piece on your PC. Yeah, power supply, everything.
Well, anything that you can access via the BIOS, so that you can get that snapshot and create some unique identifier from it. But yeah, hardware bans look how well it worked with the Xbox, the original Xbox. Yes. They did hardware bans and people hated it, and then people tried to sell those Xboxes on eBay, and people were buying them, and they were already banned. And yeah, it's definitely an effective way of stopping people. So,
by the way, a little side question, something that I came across just recently. Speaking of the Xbox, the original Xbox, have you guys ever opened your Xbox, or like, do you know where your Xbox is right now?
Dude, it's sitting right there. I can see it.
Okay, so have you heard about there being a some sort of like piece inside the Xbox, like a breaker or something, or like a battery, something that has like acid in it, and what people are noticing is that these things leak and like destroy the motherboard, and could also potentially be a fire hazard. There's like,
couldn't that be every battery?
I mean, but like specifically with the original Xbox, like there's something like you'd be surprised to see if that thing would even work now, because
are you talking about the original Xbox or the Xbox One or the 3?
The original Xbox.
Oh, I opened up 10 original Xboxes.
Yeah, supposedly
those mod chip days.
Yeah, supposedly there's like something in there that leaks and like destroys it, and could also cause fires. I just heard about that and I was like, holy shit. Like, yeah, I haven't plugged mine in. It's just sitting there, but like I wonder if it's ruined or potentially about to blow.
It's the CMOS battery that's in there, because some mod chips, when you install them, you have to pull that battery and then pop it back in. So I've done that before too. But yeah, back before they started banning consoles and mod chips went the way of the dodo. But yeah. But yeah, that's the only way you could do Xbox Media Center back in the day.
Right. I remember that.
XBMC.
The original, yeah.
Yes. Yep. All right, I'm going to jump on a story here since Jan's busy socializing. Riot Games employees organize walkout over forced arbitration. So we've seen all these news stories about all the bad shit going on at Riot, and that this is like the most bullshitty thing that Riot has ever done. Oh my god. So Riot, instead of taking people to court to argue over their all these cases that they have against the company, they actually had something in their employment contract that said in super fine print, if you have any dispute with the company, Riot has the right to go to forced arbitration instead of letting you take it to court, which is kind of bullshit. And it seems very self-serving for the company. And they've tried to backpedal to saying, okay, new employees aren't going to have this. It's just for the existing employees. But the only people that have problems with the company are the existing employees because they're making all these changes now. So it's definitely does not reflect well on Riot at all. And it's kind of a bullshit thing. So what do you guys think?
I think I just ranked up in the Tool to Play Mixer channel.
Who didn't?
Oh, it's cool that they do that. This Riot Games, is this the downfall of League of Legends, right?
Yeah.
Is this the downfall of these guys? Like, are we witnessing the downfall of these guys? Because they're getting into too much crazy shit right now.
Yeah, like between all the sexual harassment, all the boys club stuff, and all this other stuff. There's
bad PR written all over it for these guys.
It's been like 6 months of this too. Like,
I know, it goes
from
for a
bad
while.
to worse to worse to worse to worse. Like, you think they've hit the bottom, and then they're like, all right, well, we're gonna let these people that have problems with the company, take it up with us. And they're like, oh, but you can't take it up in court. You have to use our arbitrator, who will make a unilateral decision on the case. And then the public never gets to find out what's going on. It's all hidden. It's all under wraps, and they have to take some private settlement. Like, it's just not right. Like, I'm glad this is happening to them because fuck League, right?
Yeah, fuck League, man. I hate that game.
I do too. I never actually liked it.
Yeah. I never played it.
Yeah, people swore by it, but
like, if anything, I played Dota, but even then, like, I'm not overly a big fan of these
MOBAs.
Yeah, these
MOBAs are passe.
Yeah.
All right,
I don't know.
Yacht, you feel like taking a story?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
It's the last one, no?
Yeah, we got one last one.
What, Windows? Yeah.
I'll take it.
Is the Windows Solitaire one?
Yes. Windows Solitaire and Mortal Kombat among the most recent inductees into the Video Game Hall of Fame. So who didn't play the shit out of both of these games?
And my question is, why is Solitaire finally making it in? Like, it should have been like one of the first games ever.
Solitaire and Tetris. And,
yeah.
Well, for PC. Yeah. But history-wise, Pong and maybe Combat for the Atari, Pitfall, like, there's certain games that made sense, but Windows Solitaire is probably one of the most played games of all time. Just by the fact that it came with Windows, it was free, and your grandma could play it.
It's like them. It's like Minesweeper. No, Selden, stop it.
No. Is Minesweeper on the list?
No, I hope not. Minesweeper is like granted, it was okay, but it was it's like
a toy museum
Tetris
going
Solitaire.
Oh, we're not going to do the Frisbee until it's 2050. Like, it's the Frisbee. Like, it's a toy. It should be in the museum. Like,
yeah.
Yeah,
Solitaire definitely deserves to be there. The original Mortal Kombat, I feel like, it definitely pushed boundaries. Like, remember how
weird one though.
Like, when it came out and it was so gory because there was like some red pixels on the screen. You couldn't even tell why it was gory or what. Like, compare it to Mortal Kombat 11 now, where it's like it's
surgically removing a guy's brain.
Yeah.
Kicking somebody in the balls, and you see you split in half, and you see them kind of.
It's an entirely different thing. So I'm absolutely for both of these games getting in there. I think that especially Solitaire, like, that is probably, like I said, one of the most played games of all time.
It's so odd. Like, they're too odd. Like, I understand the Mortal Kombat at this point, but like Solitaire is just now making it. That's what shocks me about this story. Like, why has this not been in there for a long time ago? Like, it's Solitaire. Like, who has?
You could say the same thing about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Like, every year they're like, oh, and this year they're inducting the Eagles, and you're like, how the fuck were the Eagles not in there? Like,
my boy, like, I don't get that. Like, is it because we only can induct so many people?
So many a year. That's exactly what it is. They want to make sure that there's longevity to the induction ceremonies and processes. So they set a quota every year, and they have a small subset that they have people vote on, and then they pick a smaller subset of those, and those other ones can try again the next time.
I want to know what made it before Windows Solitaire. What, Oregon Trail?
That should be on there too.
Yeah, Number munchers.
Yeah.
Number munchers.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah.
Where in the world? Yeah.
Yeah. Like I don't know.
Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
I learned how to hunt because of that game.
You learned what dysentery was too.
But big rivers.
But yeah, good on Windows Solitaire and good on Mortal Kombat. And I guess that wraps up our news. So if any of you want some to talk about anything next week, give us a call, 773-527-2961. Comment at podcast@tooltoplay.com. You can also comment on the episode's thread on the Tool to Play homepage. Sponsors, if we had them, this is where they'd be. And you could be that sponsor. So if you're trying to sell something and you want us to shill it for you, give us a call, 773-527-2961. Email us podcast@tooltoplay.com. You tell us what you're selling. We'll tell you what you're going to pay us. We'll sell it. You pay us. Boom. Done. Twitter us up. You can find everything Tool to Play at twitter.com/Tool to Play. Everything podcast released at twitter.com/still_got_game. I, king of the internet, god of everything that's fucking holy, at twitter.com/Derek Nolan.
Twitter.com/I6Hitman.
And twitter.com/James A. Yaunt.
Facebook the fuck out of us. Facebook.com/Tool to Play and Facebook.com/Derek Nolan. We also have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Tool to Play. That is where we do all of our archive video content. So head on over to youtube.com/Tool to Play. Subscribe. You'll get access to our entire back catalog of video content and all of our future archive video content. So definitely, go there, subscribe, and it would definitely help us out. Please rate and review the podcast in iTunes. We need some 5-star reviews. So go to iTunes, search up Still Got Game, click the little 5-star button. And if you have an extra 10 seconds, write up a little something nice. And it would mean a lot to us. We have a Mixer channel, mixer.com/Tool to Play. That is where we broadcast this show live. And we host all of our own streams there as well. So definitely go to mixer.com/Tool to Play and follow us there, and you will be notified when we are broadcasting live. We each also have our own Mixer channels. I'm at mixer.com/Derek Nolan.
I'm at mixer.com/I6Hitman.
I'm at mixer.com/YauntDog7.
All right, and I guess before we wrap up, I want to remind you all, you can join us each and every Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, mixer.com/Tool to Play. And on that, why don't we wrap episode 404 up? I am Derek D. Smooth Nolan.
I am Roger Hitman Roken.
I'm James Yaunt Dog Yaunt.
File not found.